All right, I think we started. All right, let's ugh, let's see. Give me this. All right, dope. We're online. This. Will that load my stream? Dope. Cool. We can get started then. All right, so we're gonna go over, at least today, the top 10 for the next PGR, because I think actually that's gonna be the easiest of all of them. And yeah, that's about it. I don't want to go like too in depth and spend too much time on like going very far past like the original 10, because then that's gonna be a really long stream. And I at least want to test the waters with what's going to be the easiest. Obviously, 0 is not number 11. No one's, I guess like Salem's got kind of a close call to it, but not super close. But I think that anyone would be crazy if they actually had a ballot to not put 0 as number 1. And I think just as obvious as number 1 is number 2, it's Salem. He has, let me see how many wins he has this season. Actually, I can bring this spreadsheet over to you guys so y'all can also see this. So if we look at Salem's placings, he's got a first at Unlocked, first at Evo, and then immediately DreamHack Austin. So that's already an S and an S+. 2 sevenths at Super Smash Con and SCR Saga. 4th at Shine, 3rd at the PAX Arena Invitational, which I believe is behind Nairo, and then 0 at first. His only placing outside of top 8 at Game Tyrant Expo. 5th at Big House. He won Fire Emblem Saga, 2nd at DreamHack Denver. I don't know who that was behind. I need to check that. Yeah, okay, yeah, because he is the first at the other DreamHack event. Was this 2 out to handle? I didn't know he went to 2 out to handle. That's actually very surprising. Okay, so he also has a 9th at MK Leo Saga. So only 2 finishes outside the top 8. A win at Midwest Mayhem, which is, it's a B tier event. And then 3rd at the 2GG Championships. No one's got close to that record or also close to that in terms of wins too. Because if we go look at his win rates on his set records, here we go. He's positive on everyone and only 4 players. Oh, not even 4 players have it in all of them. It might, does Nairo have it here too? He does. Yeah, I'd be surprised if he didn't. So only 3 players are positive on the entire PGR for counting each section. And he is one of them. And his placements and wins, I think, are definitely above Nairo's. So we're going to go back to our Excel spreadsheet. And he's already put there. So then we can delete and delete. Now we get into this weird race for number 3rd where we have MK Leo. It's enter to go down. Nairo, Tweek, and DeBuzz. A lot of people were trying to have this discussion with only these 3 people, but I don't think you can really do that considering what DeBuzz's wins are this season, which we can actually go back and check our placements. Because now we're going to have to note that he hasn't shown up to a lot. Where is DeBuzz? Can I not select all of that row? Oh, I can. Hell yeah. 2nd in Smashadelphia, that's to ESAM Alpha. What color is that? Oh, that's a C tier event. So not a huge deal for someone in the top 3. He won Arm Saga, which was pretty surprising considering he didn't show up too much. 7th at Evo and DreamHack. Not unsurprising because I believe one of these losses, his loser's loss is to Ken. I don't know what his loss in winners is. His worst placing that we're going to see is a 33rd, but we're going to end up starting to see that a little bit more the further we go down the list. And we don't know for certain how much the PGR thinks about your worst placings, because they do mention it doesn't like give you a negative number, like it doesn't bring your score down. But you get such a low score that it will like bring the average down because you're losing to someone you're not supposed to. And I believe he has 2 losses that are really bad. It's either that or the second of these losses is Tweek. I know he had a really low placing losing to Tweek and Losers 2. Which we can actually see where is also. Let's hold control. Yeah, Tweek was the 13th. I believe they fought in that bracket. We'll probably check it out later too. 4th at DreamHack Montreal. Ninth at Game Tyrant Expo. 1st at Big House. So that's another S win for him. That makes 2, I believe, because he also won. Oh no, Arm Saga was only an A. Let's see what else we've got. 1st at Famicom, and then 4th this most recent weekend, which I think is pretty impressive. What's up, Steve? But anyway, so a lot of people don't include him in this race, and I think it's kind of unfair to. We actually have a thread, too, that compares. Let me zoom in so this is easier for y'all to see, too. Oh, God, that's... All right, cool. So, the big thing here is MK Leo's worst placement is far worse than anyone else's in this group. I believe Nairo's worst placement is 10th at the 2GGC, and Tweek's... I'm not actually sure what Tweek's is. Let's see. We know he has that 13th. He also has the one where he ended last in his pool at the PAX invite tournament. I believe that was PAX South. Or no, that wasn't PAX South. That was PAX West. So Tweek's got a 3rd, 7th, 4th, 3rd, 13th, 9th, 2nd, 11th, 2nd, 17th, 17th. He's got 2 17th, so out GTX and Big House, he did not perform that well. Even though those are probably 2 of the most stacked events. He won MK Leo Saga, so he does have an S tier win under his belt, and then he's got a 3rd and a 15th. I guess they ranked him as 15th. Oh no, okay. They all these people that are ranked as 15th should not be. They should be ranked as, I believe, 11th. Or actually, it's 13th. Because 8 people didn't make it out. But then you could do 13th and 17th, depending on how people were ranked in their pool. But anyway, so we can compare all of their placings at events. Tweek having the highest at Evo. Tweek again having the highest. If it had been like just... If this weekend doesn't happen, I think Tweek has a lot better claim to being higher up on the list. Specifically of these 4. But this weekend really hurt him. We see DeBuzz have his worst placing. MK Leo 17th at DreamHack also hurts him. We're also going to see a lot of DeBuzz dropping out of events or not attending because he wasn't there all the time. But MK Leo's got a 1st there and also with the 2GGC championships. Tweek got at 16th. The thing I want to note about this is Nairo isn't pulling that far ahead of DeBuzz. And Leo's actually pretty consistent when it comes to this, but he's dropping behind most of these guys at events. But I think it's even enough that we have to start looking at their like best placings and also their records against players, which if we go down here, we can start like, all right, we can diminish Salem's because he knows where his is. Let's check out MK Leo. That is not how you spell Leo. People are going to have him listed as wins. All right, cool. Here we go. So, oh, wait. The bottom of this post actually has what I'm looking for. So we can see the record against everyone. No one has a great score on 0. DeBuzz is the only one that comes close. Unfortunately, Tweek kind of got farmed this season by 0. 0 has Leo, Salem, Nairo, Tweek, DeBuzz, Larry, Kin, Void top 9. I don't know who's 10th. I don't have Leo above Salem solely because Salem doesn't have any of the dips that Leo has, and also has more of the, I believe, event wins. If we look at it, when we go back here, let's get rid of Tweek. Let's do Salem and MK Leo. So we're not going to count unlocked. We're just looking at S tier events. Salem immediately gets an S plus and an S here. And then we see what is our next win. MK Leo wins in S. Salem wins in S at Fire Emblem Saga. And then IBM Masters. What was that? That is a orange. That's an A tier event. Important to note, but not so much. Salem wins Midwest Mayhem, which I believe is a B. Surprisingly, with him and Zero both being there, this was a very important win, I think, for Salem, even though it doesn't matter for the ranking of the event. And then we see MK Leo pick up the 2GG championship. Regardless, that's my reasoning besides just the dips that Leo has that Salem does not. You'll see if we average out Salem's top, or MK Leo's top 8s, we might see them be a little bit stronger than Salem's because... No, actually, it'd probably be pretty close because Salem doesn't get too many 7s outside of these two. I think he might have one more, and then he sits kind of close to the top as well. But yeah, no, I think it's no contention that Salem is Salem's number 2. I understand that he won GTX, and was GTX S tier or S plus? It was S. Oh, it's in the key. Yeah, it was S. Again, I know that, like, if we're not thinking about the S tier or the S plus being a little bit more, which it barely is, I think Salem still holds it stronger, especially because of his record with Zero being 4-5, this being 3-5. Even though Leo does have an amazing record on Salem this season, I don't think he's quite got it there. Because I really think the set count with Zero matters a ton, and his other little wins here and there. That should not be over there. Maybe. But yeah. But that leads me to who I think the next person is, and I think this is actually clearly MK Leo. I think DeBuzz is the only one actually who has a threat to that number 3 spot, even though I know a lot of people aren't putting DeBuzz there. And that's because of his wins earlier in the season. Even though he doesn't show up too much, as we saw, and we can actually check there. DeBuzz doesn't attend Fire Emblem Saga. Shine Beast, he drops out before pool starts, not like in the middle of them, I believe. He doesn't go to SCR. And that's pretty big when it comes to all of the large events this season, missing that many. And also still doing so well. Like, a 5th at MK Leo Saga, a 4th here, winning Big House. It's only unfortunate that this placing exists. I think if his 33rd does not exist, he's easily number 4. But I think we need to start going to these head-to-heads because these matter a ton. So we're just gonna ignore MK Leo here. Can't wait for someone to come in and be like, "Who are you ranking my favorite players under top 10?" Yeah, that's how me and my friend, when we were talking about DeBuzz, because we're probably gonna put DeBuzz. I'm thinking about putting DeBuzz here. If not, he's going to be 5. Whereas a lot of people are like, he is easily 6. There's no way Nairo or Tweek are below him. But we were raging a little bit. We were like, how are people ignoring how well DeBuzz did this season? Anyway, let's go back to records. The loss here on Larry Lars sucks. The 0-4 here on Ken. Is that right this season? Oh, I guess that's because of this weekend. Ken picked up one more win. Is this only this season? I feel like this is the entire year. That data doesn't seem right. We're actually going to check this. Because this, I want to note that this table is actually not always correct. It's pretty close. But if you look here, we see, oh, you guys can't see my mouse. Hold on, let me, general, where is hide cursor? So I want you to be able to see it. Because Zero in Salem, it shows it as 5-2 when it's actually 5-4. He's missing the 2-set wins from either Evo or Midwest Mayhem 10, and I believe it's Midwest Mayhem 10. Nairo is definitely better than DeBuzz. I don't know about Tweek. I want to go over the data again just to like make sure that it's not me being like, all right, DeBuzz is kind of a god, because I know that I kind of hold him like in a higher regard because of his wins that he picked up when it was just like shocking that he got them. Where is advanced? Let's see. No, it's not in hotkeys. That's fine. You can see where I'm clicking up. Here's what I'm gonna do. It's right there. That's where I'm pointing at. That's incorrect. But if we go to DeBuzz versus looking for Ken 03. Okay, that actually is correct then, because that's most likely updated with the 04. Actually, no, because Zero's got updated for this. And Leo should be at 3.6. Is that what this has him at? 3.5. Okay. So a little bit of conflicting data. Regardless, DeBuzz is still getting rocked by Ken. Nara also not doing too hot. We see Tweek. Tweek's got that favorable matchup. Not to discount his skill. Wins on Void. The big thing we're going to see here that's a big problem, I think, for DeBuzz is you have to make a new display source. Really? Okay. Let's remove. Add. Display capture. Display capture. Okay. Oh, hell yeah. Thank you. Okay. So what I was saying is the biggest thing we're going to miss from DeBuzz here is that he's not going to have a lot of sets played, but it ends up not mattering when we look at this, especially because of this weekend helped him fill out this, is that he gets a nice check against all of these players, having 1-0 on Como, 2-0 on Wadi, Elegant, Ally. This stat's a little rough, but he's also faced ESAM a lot more. But, oh, actually, we can go back to the chart and check out. I don't want consistency. I want this. Nairo 23-11, whereas DeBuzz is 7-6. Nairo here and DeBuzz is here. Okay. The more I'm looking at these records, 9-1. This is where it starts to not really matter. That extra loss there really sucks, but I think we're going to see, yeah, DeBuzz has 3 in this category, which is pretty rough where Nairo doesn't have any. And then DeBuzz and Nairo's actually got 4 to unranks. Maybe that's probably a mistake and stuff. I'd actually really like to know what those losses are. 1-0 here and 4-0 here. God, I'd really like to know what those 4 losses are. Oh, face cam missing. Did not realize it would put it over that. Thanks. I have not used OBS in a hot minute. I want to go see what Nairo's losses are. Oh, why did I do SSBM? He does not play Melee. Let's find... Here we go. So... Evo, DreamHack, SmashCon, SCR Saga, GTX. He loses to the Ryu Darkshad at this event. I'd like to see what happens here. Okay. I need singles results here. And I should be able to just... Oh, I can look. Nairo loses to Larry and... Who did he lose to in the finals here? Loses to Tweek. Not too bad. Wii U singles. One of them is Elegant. You're right. One of them is Elegant. Nairo loses to Salem. And he beats... Oh, that's right. He beats Zero. That's how he got knocked out. And then he loses to... Oh, he gets double eliminated by Salem. Oh, actually, what is his record against... Okay, so a lot of his losses look like they're coming from Salem in that category, which I think is a lot of people are going to be taken down in that category because Salem's just such a top threat. And if it had moved over 1 or 2 tournaments, Salem would have had a lot better rankings. Nairo, you lost in losers, and then you end up losing to... Oh, you actually won SmashCon, that's right. Who did you lose to in pools, Nairo? Did you... Oh, you lost to Rade, that's right. So there's one of his unranked losses. Nairo loses to Void, and he beats Mr. Artho. No, don't go to pools. Oh, I wish it was just all one big bracket from when it hits brackets at top 8. And then he loses to Zach. You lose to... Who win winners? Where are you, Nairo? You lost to Samsora. That's right, because that's how Samsora and Elegant get very, very far. And I don't remember his bracket at all for this event, actually. Loses to DeBuzz and Zero. Where did your losses come from, Nairo? Oh, dude, the Pika matchup for a lot of characters is crazy. All right, Nairo, where did you go wrong? SCR, West Side. This should also be a 10th. But I understand why it's a 9th. Actually, with how I said the other stuff, it should be 9th. My bad. Looking at his stats here, are there more stats that I'm missing? Okay, no. Looking at his stats here and his placings and not having a really big dip, I'm cool with putting Nairo at 4. But I honestly think that DeBuzz, I'm going to put DeBuzz at 5 and Tweek at 6, but I want to keep looking at the data because I don't want to just be like, yeah, this is how it is. I'm also going to run and get my phone, so I'll be right back. Also, my article is doing very well. That makes me very happy. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Charmander's looking at me. I'm sorry, there are a lot more Pokemon too. Those are all my girlfriends. She was like, all right, the back of your webcam videos is kind of ugly. We got to fix that. And I was like, you can put it up. Anyway, enough about me. So we need to take a look at DeBuzz and Tweek because I think this besides the ending of top 8 is the hardest part. Because I think MKLeo is a pretty solid 3, especially with his wins. And I do understand the argument for 2, but I think with all of his placings and how he's done, he's never really threatened 0, which Salem has. And I'm not just talking about that in the sense of community perception, but record and just dominance. Anyway, so if we look at the records, DeBuzz does not have... It's not looking good. I also really don't like how the rest of the top 20 contenders is because this record on Ken is not too awful considering Ken's actually 18 and not ranked as a top 10 player because we need to look at them as rankings of last season, not this current season. Anyway, Tweek's got the 2 on Void. They're both flawless against ABBA. The big problem here actually comes into when they start getting to lower ranks. That Tweek starts to falter a little bit more. And I'm also weighing DeBuzz pretty heavily on having the 2 wins versus the 1 that Tweek has. Let's go back to this data table. And we're going to check not ranking consistency. Set record. So we've got Tweek and DeBuzz. Actually, let's select both of these. Oh, actually, I don't want to. I want to do this. DeBuzz having a positive record barely, and Tweek just having under it. But we know that Tweek attends a lot more, so that should be considered. Then we have Tweek and DeBuzz here, with Tweek having a lot better record. And I think this might end up helping him out because of... Actually, I want to check out PGR v.4. Oh, we actually have that on the other thread. Let's actually look at DeBuzz. I wish I could search for bolded DeBuzz. There we go. So 2 on 0, 1 on Nairo, Ally, Como, ABBA. So this is his top 10 wins. I actually want to pull this up in a new tab, and then we can put them side by side. Then we want also Tweek is who we're looking at. Start from the bottom. That's probably going to get us there faster. All right, cool. And we can delete this so this doesn't look so ugly for you guys. See what they're saying. Nairo's placed within the top 8, 7 of the 10 S tournaments, winning 1. Disagree with the 5th. Because of his poor performance and Leo's amazing run at 2GC, it's all close call between him, Leo, and Nairo. I really don't think Tweek has it, because if you look at this, he's placed top 8 50% of the S plus and S tier tournaments he's attended, and only won 1. 5 times he did in top 8, a 9th, 13th, and 2 17ths, which I think is a lot when we look at DeBuzz's placements. Here we go. Let's look at it and see what does he have outside of top 10, or top 8, I should say. He's got 1 9th there and a 33rd, and I believe that's actually it. So if we want to equal out their 9ths, then we have a 13th, a 17th versus, or a 13th and 2 17ths versus 1 33rd. It would be a lot of math to actually calculate out how much having either just that one placement or these 3 being the 13th and 2 17ths ends up going out. One day I'm going to get on the PGR. Dude, I'd love to too, but I don't play the game enough. I'm just analyst slash kind of coach when it comes to the game now. Tweek does have amazing peaks. I like the point they're making, but his frequent lows, I think, are what's going to end up hurting him with DeBuzz, like I've been saying for the past 5 minutes. And I'd like to see... So we saw most of their head-to-heads. Actually, the head-to-heads on each other, this kind of gets squashed a little bit, but we can see that Tweek actually has the 3-0. Actually, wow. Tweek's got a really good count against the rest of these guys. This is actually really tough. This is a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. So also, let's check out, did they, he should have, yeah. So these are comparing their wins. Does he actually not have any on MK Leo? He does not. He hasn't played Leo. Interesting. So DeBuzz has 1 more win on 0. Then Tweek's got a lot more when it comes to everybody else. Also matching most of DeBuzz's wins. I mean, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here that he's all got wins on. DeBuzz not being able to get a win on 5th, only has, or on 4th, only has 1, 3, and 5. Should also be mentioned the amount of all of these for Tweek is actually astonishing how much he has. Then he also has Larry and Mr. R still within the top 8, whereas DeBuzz has ABBA and Como, which I don't think, while our good wins don't hold up so solidly anymore. But again, that doesn't matter because we're holding them account to last season's, which I think then Tweeks matter more. 2 or 1 extra on Salem. ABBA's actually out of order. Tweek does have 2 wins on ABBA. Bottom 2 on Wadi next season would be really good, but not having any now sucks. He's got 2 on many, one of those from being too out to handle, I believe. As we get down, they start to matter less and less. But if we go, let's say, okay, so this is the end of top 15 for him, and then Renai, I don't believe is. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up the PGR V2. Or it's V3, my bad. I want to see where Renai is. It's been a while since I've actually put in numbers myself to remember where he's been. Wait, was it this first one? Oh yeah, it's this one. Renai is at 17. Okay, so this is actually where his outside of top 15 start. So he's got 5, 8, 9, 14, 15, 16. He's got 20 outside of the top 15, and Tweek has. This is 6, 7, 8. 10, sorry about that, 15 while attending a lot more events. But you also don't run into these players a ton unless you're getting the losses super early, I believe. It's actually surprising because Tweek's been in losers, I believe, a lot more than DeBuzz has, but he's picked up a lot more top tier wins. But I think that's because he's gone to more and ended up in the top 8. God, this data is actually really hard to argue that DeBuzz should be above him. Damn, even with 2 S tier wins, one of them being an S plus, I believe, or where are you, DeBuzz? What are your first at? Big House and oh yeah, because he actually only has it an A. Oh shit. Okay, I don't think DeBuzz actually has it over Tweek. Yeah, with all of that in mind, seeing how many more wins Tweek has when it comes to the top 10, and also still having around the same amount of event wins, that's kind of hard not to argue. So that'll remove. Why is it? Okay, I was not scrolling it back down. And then Tweek is over here. Okay, so that leaves us with, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 spots left to fill. No. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yeah. Okay, so I think we're looking at Larry is somewhere in here. I don't think Abba did well enough to be in here. I think Ken's in here. And then I think we might be looking at this. That's not in order, but it's actually pretty close to what I think most people are thinking. So let's take a look. Yeah, I want this. I actually want to blow this back up for you guys. So now we're looking at, let's do Larry, Mr. R, Void, and Ken. So let's see, we have a 7th at Umabura 27. That's actually not that solid for Ken. Looking at who attended Arm Saga, 9th for Larry, Mr. R didn't attend, 4th for Void, 3rd for Ken. They all attended Evo with a 3rd for Larry, 5th for Ken, 7th for Void, and then that was a not so strong placing for Mr. R at 17th. Looks like all of them, except for Ken, attended DreamHack Atlanta. 5th, 7th, and 2nd for Void. That was that win would have been huge for Void, and I think might have propelled him up to being above Larry and Ken, who I think are going to sit at 7 and 8. Larry, the only one going to low tier city and actually getting hurt badly by that. Mr. R getting 2nd at Smash Factor 6, which I believe would be Taleo. Ken winning Umabura and Dubai Dojo. Oh, sorry if that's a mispronunciation. Everyone else made it to SmashCon and SCR Saga. Larry with a 33rd. God, that's gross. That's actually not good. We're going to get in that spot where it's like we don't have a lot of results from Ken. Wow, Ken had a 17th at Fire Emblem Saga? Hold on, I want to, 2GG Fire Emblem Saga. I want to see what he did there because that really sucks. Yo, what's up, Skull? Because that's rough. All right, Ken, where are you at and what happened? You lost in pools? Oh, that's right. I remember. Ken, where are you? You lost to AC, right? Yeah. That's a pretty bad loss. AC is 45 on the current PGR. God, I hate how this stuff is named. And he loses to Tweek, which actually isn't that bad. But the placing is still going to hurt him because if you don't know, you get points on the PGR based on your set wins, but also your placings at events, depending on how they're ranked, like S, A, so forth and so on. They're 2 independent scores that get added to you. I didn't expect to see a 17th from Ken, I'm not going to lie. Void had his 17th at GTX. I want to check that out too to see how that went, and then we're going to start looking at their general stats. Congrats HBox for winning. Oh yeah, I can just do this. This is so nice. I wish it showed you had wins too. God, that'd make my life so easy. So we have a 17th Void who loses to Raito and Mars. That's right, because my 2 favorite Sheiks, Plup and Void, lost in pools because Plup also lost to Amsa. Where did Mars end up? Mars didn't do well. Wait, no, Mars had to beat him in losers, so Mars has to at least be... Or did Raito beat him in losers? Okay, so I guess Raito beat him in losers. Oh, okay. We're all good. We're all good. Okay, my Wi-Fi's back. What's up? That's a pretty not solid placing for Void, obviously. SCR had a 3rd, 9th, 5th. God, Mr. R is not looking hot. Larry won that dream hack with no one else in attendance. That was an A? Oh, I'm sorry. That was a B. Okay. I was about to say, there's like no one else there. Oh, okay. I actually want to see DreamHack Montreal. Oh, it looks like I was looking at these melee brackets. Yo, let's go Hugs. Wii U singles up here? Yeah, okay. Oh, that's right, Mistake. Like, hella went in at this bracket. Larry only losing to Mistake in winner's bracket. Yeah, and he got the double elim on ESAM. That's right. Let me actually look at this top 64. I want to see. Okay, he picks up nothing there. God, just show me a full bracket. So he gets wins on Allied, Dabuzz, Mistake, and then 2 on ESAM. Okay, 2 top 5 wins there for him is actually pretty nice. Then let's move on. Let's see. GTX. Ken is the only one not in attendance. Larry and Mr. R did pretty well. Again, another event. He's the only one not in attendance. 7th, 9th, and 9th. Wow. I guess we're not looking at the tip of the top anymore. Another 17th from Ken. Oh, that's okay. That's what I was looking at. Larry's got a 25th. We're probably going to start looking at just Larry versus Ken in a second. 3rd, DreamHack Denver, Canada Cup. 5th at Umebura. 29. I actually want to see who Ken lost to there. Ken's losses in Japan's interest me a ton. Another not good placing for Void. Looks like everyone else was outside the top 8 except for Ken. IBM Masters. Oh, that's right, because Larry came in won losers finals after Ken lost winners to Leo. Yeah, so we're gonna just look at these two. Because I think they're in contention, and then we're gonna do what we did. Where is this one? Okay, so we are looking for Ken. Start from the bottom as always. Cool. Ken and Abba switch spots. The dude's putting Ken at 10? Really? God, dude, Ken is so good. Are you crazy? Mr. R is so hot. I don't think Mr. R is attractive. Oh, do we really not have the wins for Ken? That sucks. And we're looking at Larry. No, not this thread. This one's got Larry. There we go. Okay, cool. This person, I'm just going to read this comment because they've got some data on Larry versus Ken. Larry has a great performance at S tiers, 3rd Evo, 3rd at SCR, 4th at GTX, and overall great consistency. Ken, similar performances, 2nd at Leo Saga, 5th at Evo, 4th at Westside, which is an A tier, and only has missed top 8 at one big event, that being his 17th at FE. However, his consistency is hard to compare to that of Larry since Ken attended a lot less events. Determining factor may end up being their notable wins, and Larry probably has the edge in that regard due to his ridiculous attendance, which does give him some worse losses, though. Tough to say. I do think Larry will get 7th spot over Ken in the end, not because of any stuff I listed, just because his tag is cooler. I don't know, man. I love the... I love Ken's tag just being... all uppercase. Sorry, I was having trouble getting my thoughts down. Oh, cool. It loaded me right into where Ken is. Oh, I was hoping that the dude had updated it. Larry doesn't have the 0 win. I know Ken doesn't either, but he's got... That's 4 wins for top 5. He adds a ton here, though. That's actually a lot. And picking up the win on Salem Void and also Fatality times 3. Oh, and he's got the win on Ken, too. Oh, that's right, because we were just talking about IBM or IBP, the Masters. He's got, damn, 3 on Fatality, 3 on ESM, 3 on Sue. Oh, I guess that also helped with the pool and the event. I believe he double eliminated Fatality from. Sorry, girlfriend was texting me. She ate the whole bag of Funyuns that we bought at the store. I'm kind of sad. I didn't know she brought them all. Anyway, this is actually a really, really, really impressive record. I want to check out what we can find on Ken. Oh, actually, we can just go and do this again. Okay, so let's pick out Larry. Oh, I actually should bring this back over here. I'm sorry, I don't know why it was doing that. Larry, Ken, Larry, Ken, Larry, Ken, Ken. Larry, where are you? I'm actually going to blow this one back up for a second. Okay, past this, it's not a real big deal because I think they're probably Ken's 14-1, Larry's 16 wow. 5 unranked losses really sucks. I'm not going to lie. Let me see, where was this? This had Larry, where are you? Does he not have anyone from Area 51? Is that why I can't find him? One, two. Oh, I had to scroll up. I'm stupid. But so that, yeah, he's only in 5 categories. We're, okay. Why did you do that? I had them all selected. All right, cool. Can I? Sorry, having a little bit of trouble. Ken's down here. You're both near the top here, and Larry is down here. Okay, so they hold actually almost exactly the same records. Percentage-wise, Larry's just attended a little bit more, and I don't expect this record to be vastly different. Larry is... Okay, cool. We're about to almost have the same record here again. I bet a decent amount of these losses are Salem. I'd like to see what Salem's record count on Larry is. Why am I doing this? I can do this. Excuse me. Larry, all of this, and Ken. Okay, so he's got... God, he's 0-7 on 0, but Ken's also 0-4. Ken does have a win, 2 wins on Nairo and 1 on MKLeo, 3 on DeBuzz, 1 on Ally. Wow, this record's actually speaking volumes. So it looks like Ken's got the upper half of the, upper in terms of skill, half of top 10 locked down in terms of records against Larry, but then Larry's really strong against the later ones. Ken does have 2 losses to Mr. R and 1 to ABBA. Yeah, 3 losses to Salem. I expected that much. And they both have losses to Tweek, another player that's going to be ranked above them. Ken having a 2-0 over a 3-3 on Void's pretty nice. And as we get further, he's got a loss to ESAM. At this point, I'm starting to look at losses. Anti's also got Larry's got a loss to Anti. They both lost to Elegant. Wins on Sue. A loss to Kameme, which is going to happen because of region, but also still not great loss to have considering his skill level. Larry's lost to Mr. E. Ooh. Lost to Shuton. Both on Raito and Earth. Lost on a cat. He's got his AC loss and 2 Choco losses. K9, Arvark. Where are your losses, Larry? Kea? Who are you? Okay, they actually both have losses to Lima, but Larry's got 2. He's got 2 losses to Mistake, Pixel. Okay. Oh, this is making me rethink it. Let's go back and look at placings. 5th, 3rd, 9th, 2nd, 3rd, 2nd. Let's start back over here. He's got a 7th at Umabura, 27. That hurts him a little bit in my eyes. Higher placing for Ken at Arms. Higher for Larry at Evo. And I know we're going to have a lot of times where not both of them are at an event. It's not going to happen often. They both did not do well. He's got a 25th at Fire Emblem Saga. I know I gasped at that when we saw it earlier too. A 9th. He does have a 2nd over him though. Okay, looking at all of this, I'm actually really surprised I'm doing this because I was about 10 minutes ago very certain that Larry was going to be above him. This is also his tag. Okay, so we get Ken and Larry Lur. And that column was a Larry Lur. I don't think Ally has a record against these two. I don't think anyone in the top 10, Como, Abba, and Zach have not been having good seasons. Neither is Ally to be able to compete for top 10. I am so sorry. I should have muted my mic. But 1 second. Mars doesn't have it. He has not shown up enough, even though his Big House performance was actually crazy. Oh, I need to add in Cosmos, Mistake, Light, Lima, JK, haha, JK though. Has he tried to run over people with a car? Haha. Very funny, I know. Because we're going to lose a lot of people in this area, I believe. I think Sam's actually gonna move up. God, doing 11 through 20 is going to be hard as hell. Okay, so looking at all of this, I don't think anyone else comes close. So we can just start going in on those two. We can minimize this. Actually, give me 1 second. Pull up. Let's see. Void. Where are you at, Void? There we go. He's saying he's edging him out for number 10. Who else do you have in your top 10, buddy? Let's scroll up. Again, who do you have above him, man? That's what I want to know. Let's go back to that one. Yeah, I think this dude must have misspoke, or he's forgetting about someone, and then we can also pull up this one. Why does my computer hate me? Mr. R. 4th at Super Smash Con is his best placing. Oh, what is... I'm going to save your comment. Find that later. All right, cool. This is what I'm looking for. Okay, let's get back to looking at this. So let's check out this spreadsheet first. I actually want to check out their head-to-heads to begin. Oh, no, we should just do this because they have the information we want here. Let's go over this dude's comment for Void versus Mr. R. Also, the reason I'm going over these Reddit threads is because there's a lot of people who have a little bit more of the information. Who are placing it a little bit nicer. And while I do have this one to help me out, it's organized a little bit better. Plus, adding a little input to the discussion that's not just strictly mine, I think is pretty nice. Okay, so Mr. R has 1 win on Zero, 1 on MKLeo, 2 on Ken, 1 on Void, 1 on Mars. Void's got 1 on Leo, 1 on Nairo, 4 on Tweek. That's crazy. 3 on Larry, 1 on Zach, 2 on Como, 2 on Ally, and 1 on Samsora. Second at DreamHack Atlanta versus the 7th from Mr. R. 7th at Evo versus... What did Mr. R do at Evo? Let's see, placements. Evo is near the start. Mr. R. We are looking now, Mr. R and Void. Mr. R has a 17th against this 7th place. 5th at Fire Emblem Saga. Did you not attend Fire Emblem Saga, Mr. R? Fire Emblem Saga. No, you did not. And then 7th at 2GGC, whereas Mr. R did not actually even make it in to 2GGC. which I like can't give him like a negative rating for, even though he should have won the qualifier, the last chance qualifier. I say should just because of his first seed. I wanted Elegant or Cosmos to win, which it worked out. First at Syndicate, I don't consider this that like too much because a B tier for a top 10 player is not super exciting. Let's see though if we can, we can find it just to see. Why is the first link Wii doubles? Oh, does he get 2 wins on Ken here? I think he does. Yeah, he does beat Ken twice. It's actually pretty solid, but again, that's only winning this event. He only got a win on the 18, and then actually is iStudying? No, iStudying was on the first. Yeah, he was on the first PGR, but he hasn't been on it since. Oh, that was around his time for his win on ESAM, probably. But yeah, so he gets almost nothing with this first. Yeah, but Void's best placing is second at DreamHack Austin. Like best for the season, not like he hasn't had a first somewhere else, but in terms of like your best performance for the year, it's there. Fifth at GTX with Void at 9th there. And then 7th, obviously. So let's check the rest of the data, even though I'm already partial to saying that Void is there ahead of him. Let's give it a look-see to be fair. So Void gets a 4th at Arm Saga, 7th versus 17th at EVO, on a 2nd versus 7th at DreamHack Atlanta. ABBA's just got the one at ABBA. Mr. R's got it at Smash Factor 6. Outplaces them at Super Smash Con. Then it's basically flipped for SCR Saga. 13th at Shine is not super solid for Void. And then a 5th at PAX Arena, the Invitational. Not too bad considering who was there. Having Zero, Salem, and Nairo be above him too. Who got 4th there? Ally actually got 4th. Oh yeah, because I think Ally and Void play, and I think they both beat each other, but Ally just does it 2nd. A 5th versus 17th at GTX. Oh, okay. Void actually wasn't 9th. He was 17th. Both getting 9th at Big House. 5th versus nothing at Fire Emblem Saga. 9th versus 17th at MK Leo Saga. 5th versus 7th IBP Masters. 4th and 4th, and then a 7th. We're actually going to take a look at 2GG Championship. I'd like to see. Oh no, I didn't want full standings. I just wanted the. Can I have my bracket? I should have typed it. Oh, okay. I was frequently misspelled championship. What is exclamation SR usually do for people? That's what I want to know. Oh, song request. No, dude, I don't have music on. Oh, sorry, friend. But yeah, let's look at our standings here. No, I want the actual 2GG. That's the series. Oh, I've looked at so much today. God damn it. Okay, this one has the shop, so this is the actual event page. God, that trailer was so cool. I only found out about it like a week ago when it's been out for like 6 months. Oh no, this is the Arcadian. Good job. This guy, I'm not going to say his tag. Okay, oh, that's right, because Void 3 Otis pool, didn't he? He picks up a win on Ally, Tweek, and Wadi. And then he didn't even have to play in the playoff group. And he actually goes 0-2 here, losing to Salem and Ken, which I don't think are honestly that bad. And do we have Void's wins here? Okay. MK Leo, Nairo. Yeah, he's got a lot of top 10 wins here. That's 10, whereas he has 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 11 through 20 versus 1, 2, 3. Okay. Gets pretty close here, but these wins here, and his peak being just a little bit better. I actually want to see who their losses are, though. This is not the Excel sheet I want. I should download this and have this as an actual Excel sheet. Make my life so much easier. All right, head-to-heads. We are looking at Mr. R and Void. So we are looking out here. Where are your reds? Cosmos, whereas Void's actually got 2 wins on Cosmos. But the 1 loss, I think, is what's important for both of them to have. 2 to Conga, that's right, because of the pools. Light and Lima. 1 lost to Mistake. Mr. R's got that 1 to Con. 1-1 on Tyroy Venom. Oh, once again, this is really close because Void's got way worse losses and not actually, like... So what it's looking like now is Void's got a better record on the top 10. Placements look close, but Mr. R's don't look as bad because there's a 17th versus a 9th. They both get 9th. A 17th versus a 5th. 13th. A 9th. For each of them, that kind of equals out. I mentioned the 13th, I believe. And then their early placings aren't too bad, but Mr. R's got the 17th there. Okay, so 1/17th. I'm looking at everything that's outside of a top 10 finish for both of them. They both have a 9th. So now, without counting the 9th, there's a 17th for Mr. R and a 13th for Void. Cancel out the 17th. Then they both have another 9th. Another 17th for Void. But a 9th there. Who did Mr. R... I need to actually check the last chance qualifier. Are you going to put me in the championship series again? God. Smash GG. 2GG. God, this is rough. Okay, so Void's got a little bit better wins at the front, but, like, that's it. And I don't know that's enough. Who are your losses in here? Did you lose to Eon? Oh, you lost to Cosmos. That's where that loss from Cosmos is then. God, this post is like really only looking at their best, and that's how I originally formed my opinion on Void, looking at these best ones. But looking at that their wins, God, dude, do these wins matter enough? Like, this is what it comes down to, because Void's, I think, got the worst average placing. Let's check set records for, yeah. As expected, Void's is way better against the top 10. Then we have Mr. R. Void, where are you at? Did I skip you? Oh, you're right here. 5-7. This is something I think that's actually really huge, but also you have to realize that a lot of these are Salem, which makes it very difficult. Mr. R's got a lot of losses to 20 to 30. Let's actually blow this up. Mr. R and Void, where are you at? 7-2 versus 3-0. And then this is when it's 2-0 and then 2-0. And then Mr. R is 16-3 versus Void's 11-7. Oh, this is actually really tough. I know I've said that probably like 10 times, but I didn't expect this to be this tough. So he's got 2 more 17ths. Or he's actually got a 17th and a 13th more than Mr. R does outside of top 8s. Oh, and way worse losses. I really don't know. This is so hard to call. In my mind, both are wrong. Like, neither is right or more right than the other. My heart is saying this, so this is what I'm gonna put. Let's get rid of this and this, and this. So that's what I think the top 10 is. Zero, Salem, MK Leo, Nairo, Tweek, DeBuzz, Ken, Larry, Mr. R, and Void. The only ones I really think have up for debate are maybe DeBuzz over Tweek. And then Mr. R versus Void. I would not be shocked either way. But I think everything else is pretty cemented. Like, I think Ken's over Larry. But I think a lot of people are going to list Larry over Ken. So I guess that's another one that's probably debated. I think more debatably so, or more debatable is the fight for 5 and the fight for 9. But yeah, cool. That took a little over an hour. That was actually really, really fun. It's going to be so hard to do more when I was having that much trouble with, like, talent that's still barely outside of top 8 most of the time. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be putting this on YouTube too. And yeah, so I will see y'all when I do 11 through 20. Thanks.